Yes, live and direct here now, live and direct from a tinfoil covered Skoda. It's Tommy in Glasgow. Welcome, you join us today on the 15th November 2012. The Rangers IPO share issue goes live in 1 month, 2 days' time. About 6, 7 months ago, I spoke to the head seller of Duff and Phelps. I think it's time that we spoke to the head seller of Cenkos, the new seller of Sevco, don't you think? Yes, let's get on the blower to these crackpots now.
Hello, Cenkos.
Hello?
Hello, Cenkos.
Yes, hi, sorry, I'm phoning to speak to someone regarding the private offering of Glasgow Rangers.
Right, bear with me 2 seconds. I need to speak. You need to speak to a guy called Stephen Keys. Bear with me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Stephen Keys.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, sorry, who's this? Sorry, Stephen Keys.
Speaking.
Oh, hi, yes, I'm phoning regarding the public offering of Glasgow Rangers. Is it yourself that's taking to do with this?
Yes. Can I ask who's calling?
Yeah, certainly. My name's Jonathan Spears.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was just to confirm, is yourself that's running it? I'm representing... Sorry?
Well, can I ask who's where you're calling from, Jonathan, and what your interest is?
Oh, yes, I'm representing parties unknown who are looking to invest into Rangers, and we were wanting to find out, obviously, the prospectus that was given, the dates, and is a maximum that you can go into, or...
Yeah. Have you been onto the registration website?
Yeah, and I saw the presentation, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm conscious there's been a lot of coverage in the press over the last 48 hours or so. Suffice to say, everything is moving forward as scheduled, but there's really nothing else to add over and above what's on that website currently. And there'll be a formal prospectus that will be published in due course. And as you know, it's everybody's intention that the company is floated on the stock market before the end of the year. So there's nothing really else to add to that. The prospectus will be published, and people will be able to make a final and formal investment decision on the back of that.
Oh, was the perspective that I got sight of something the other day, a prospectus there? Was that not the real prospectus? No, or was that...
The prospectus has not been published yet.
All right, it was just there was a PowerPoint prospectus that was out there that one of my investor friends had got a hold of it, and is that not the real one then? No, is that?
That's not the prospectus itself. That's a presentation which has been leaked without authorization. So I don't know where you got that from, but it's certainly it's not something you should have seen.
That's been leaked. Oh, good heavens! Well, it certainly wasn't me, my friend. It was just I got it on the old internet trail myself. It was passed on to me a friend who's looking. He's a serious investor, and what he was wanting to find out primarily is there an upper limit to it? Are you looking for exclusively Rangers fans? That this person is based, a couple of people, one based in the Middle East and one based in Spain. So I was wanting to know if there is an upper limit to what tranche you can come in at.
There's not a limit as such. I mean, anybody that requires to. I think the best thing is to wait till the prospectus comes out. That will give proper guidance on just the whole process. And if it's above a certain limit, then you have to go through a slightly different process. But there's no upper limit to what the investment might be.
Yeah, no, it's just that well, we've heard obviously there's a lot of stories going about in certain places, the media, the internet, and obviously I've stumbled across something that wasn't even meant to be out there. But that was an official document then that we're looking at, or something from yourselves, can I say? Yeah.
That was something that should not have been on the internet. So we don't know where that came from. So I think in summary, there will be a prospectus. I would caution against anybody reading too much into the speculation and the press and anything else that's written there, because that's not the sort of formal correspondence from the company, and people certainly shouldn't be investing on the back of that information.
It was passed on to myself from a colleague in Spain, and he's twigged the ears of a Middle East investor to look at it. And obviously with the stuff over there, they're big time fans of your Real Madrid and Barcelona. They have been looking at the British market. They were in consultations with a fellow who, well, keep under your hat, at Tottenham Hotspur. They were looking at selling a few months ago. I don't know what stage of negotiations are at, but this gentleman was involved in a consortium that was sitting at the table with Tottenham Hotspur at the time. He's looking to get into a British club, and so I've not got any contact at all with obviously the people at Rangers. Myself, I'm based in Geneva, so what I'm doing is basically I'm helping a friend of a friend, because the people who are connected here they've got quite a lot to invest, so they're wanting to obviously be in the market, or to initially see, if it's going to be a public offering, what level. It's just the stuff that I've heard. When they initially came to me, I said, well, look, they came to me primarily because obviously I'm Scottish, my friend. I take nothing really to do with football. My business is elsewhere. But when I spoke to them and they said, well, look, can you find out more, or put your feelers out? So this is all I'm doing, Stephen, just now, is to put the feelers out, because they're genuinely
looking. If someone that wants to make an investment in the club and they're not going through the website, I'm happy to have a conversation with anybody to understand the size of their interest, and can talk them through the process as and when the prospectus is published.
So would you be looking then? I mean, obviously, initially when I looked at it, I put them off by saying it seems to me that they're going down the route of wanting to bring just fans on side. Is that your idea? What they're looking for? Are they looking primarily for fans, or are they looking for more your investor types to come in? I know Celtic have got a 29% ownership. I mean, yeah. I'm not sure if this gentleman's looked to come in with 29% or whatever, or do a full bid. But is that something, the plan that has been looked at from the powers that be there now, that you can speak of?
I'm not going to comment on behalf of the board as to what their strategy is, but we're charged that Cenkos are raising the money. If there's somebody that wants to invest, then I'd be happy to have a conversation with them.
You would be prior to this prospectus, or when this prospectus comes out, you mean, sorry, to have a chat off?
I would say that in conjunction with the prospectus is probably the time to be doing that. Anything in advance of that would be premature, because they wouldn't have anything to base their investment decision on.
Yeah, obviously. So if the prospectus comes out, I pass it on to the two gentlemen who are keen on this. What would be the next port of call then? Would they initiate it?
Give me a call.
Initiate it through yourself then. So your full name is what, Stephen?
Stephen Keys, Keys.
Right, and you're the main person there at Cenkos is dealing with the Rangers IPO then, Stephen? Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
No. Sorry to ask these questions. I say I've only been put this mission. It's nothing really much to do with myself. I'm a go-between with someone who was part of a consortium who was interested. I don't know if you got feelers out, but they were in. Well, I shouldn't even be saying this part, but yeah, there was people who was in dialogue with Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know if it's came to much, because it's still either in the pipeline or been sidelined. But the person is looking to get invited into the British arena, and with he perceives obviously that and it was pointed out in the stuff that he read that the Rangers could be a gateway to get into the European League, which may be foreseen in the future, that maybe Mr. Green knows about, or other people that know about, that there may be other options. So this is what this gentleman's looking to do. I'm not sure, as I say, if it's 29% he would like to come in at, or take the full lot on board. What would it roughly be for the full lot if it was to be taken into consideration? What ballpark figure are you talking for the?
I can't comment on that. So I think what to do is, as and when the prospectus comes out, if there's anybody that you know, either whether yourself or through a third party that's interested, give us a call back.
The reason why I asked that, because the figure was put out that it was going to be about 20 million in total. That's what I was looking for. Is there a maximum on that?
I'm not going to comment on that at all. No. There's been all sorts of speculation. As and when the prospectus is published, that will have the.
When's that due out? Sorry, Stephen. When did you say that was due out, or has it not been finalised as yet?
That will be out in the coming weeks. And Mr. Queen has talked about the timetable that will happen this side of Christmas. That's still everybody's intention. As part of that, the prospectus needs to be published in advance of that.
It seems awful weird having it a week before Christmas. Is there a position that this date could slide into New Year, January, perhaps, or is it if things take an unexpected turn somewhere down the line? Is that a possibility?
You'll have seen and heard what Mr. Green said, but nothing else to add to that.
No.
Okay, Jonathan, I'm gonna crack on here.
Sorry, just to finish it, is there any way my partner could be in contact with Mr. Green at all that could be put in contact?
Sorry, I missed that. Say that again.
Would my contact in the Middle East be able to talk to Mr. Green?
In due course, I'm sure. But they've employed us to raise the money for the club, so we should be the first port of call. It's appropriate for there to be direct contact with Mr. Green after that, and I'm sure we can arrange that.
Because the thing that I was thinking, forget the IPO, why don't you just sell it direct to my man Sheikh Matajiri and we'll get it all done, concluded. We don't need to go through the zombies, we can get it tied and sealed and get the kludgy closed, if you know what I mean, Stephen.
Very good, Jonathan. Alright.
Right. I'll leave it with you, I'll revert back to base and come back to you, right?
Thank you.
Take care. Yes, thank you there, Stephen Keys from Cenkos. That's a thank you very much. We'll be back later on, no doubt, later on tonight with another wee show or another wee chat with somebody, God willing. Hail, hail, increase the peace, fight the power, don't believe the hype. Celtic are champions and we're dining in the Champions League. We're booking up, or we booked up for the Camp Nou, where the Rangers are booking up for the campsites in Annan, Stirling, Stenhousemuir, Alloa, Peterheath. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Right, hail, hail.